The need to feel smart could be holding you back. Now, this is a crazy insight that, if you can understand, can completely obliterate so much resistance you have in pursuing becoming the best you. So let's unpack this. So this talk has been inspired from recently studying quite a bit of Dr. K with his program, Healthy Gamer GG, or his company, or whatever, his brand. And I would like to discuss how our identity holds us back in being able to grow even more. So there's been a lot of talk around being the gifted kid, and how just that identity of being the gifted kid can hold so much of us back, or even the identity that we are smart. Now, it's important to understand, don't get me wrong. It's important to understand that no matter how smart or dumb you are or feel, you have the ability to grow, to change, to access information as much as anyone else. Maybe some people can process information more efficiently than you, or less efficiently, whatever. What I'm trying to point to in this talk right here is the fact that, let's say you assume that you are a smart person. Maybe you have this identity that you are smarter than other people, that maybe you are gifted. And then you have this assumption and this belief being built in your direct experience of that you were just a gifted kid. Things were easy for you, and this was easy for you until maybe you hit high school, or until you hit post-secondary education. And now all this direct experience has installed this belief in your being so much now that you genuinely believe that you are the smart kid because everything has come easy for you, right? And then you start to hit a wall where you actually have to try more, because you have an identity that, well, because I'm smart, I have to, everything comes easy to me. Or because I'm smart, I don't have to try. Because I'm smart, I don't have to put in much effort. Because I am superior, I don't have to put in much effort. I got a dog here that doesn't know what he wants. Max, what do you want? So, I'm speaking here, Max. So, I've noticed this in myself, a belief that I'm more intelligent than this person, or more intelligent than other people, or I can learn things better than other people, and maybe a hidden assumption there that it's going to be easier for me to accomplish certain things. And then as a result, that becomes insidious, because then as soon as I have a direct experience of something being emotionally difficult, something that is difficult, or something that makes me feel dumb, then I avoid it naturally, because the programming of the identity is I am smart. Things do come easy to me. So that's really insidious, on what should you program yourself on. You shouldn't program yourself on the identity that you're smart, but rather the identity that you just overcome whatever resistance, right? You're one that put in the effort. And this is where I really love to connect the insight from David Goggins, where he talks about how, I think he even says verbatim, I'm dumb as hell, I'm dumb as fuck. So that means I had to, take these books that I had to study, and I had to copy them 3 or 4 times. And that was the effort I needed to make it on par with other people. And so imagine just for a second if you take the identity that you're actually dumb, right? What would that mean? That mean you would have to, by default, have to put in more effort to reach the standard of other people. And then couple that with an identity that you are an extremely industrious individual, right? Then yes, you're dumb, but you're willing. You're willing, and that's really the key thing here, is how willing are you to put yourself in these moments of resistance? How willing are you to put yourself in challenges where you feel inadequate, where you feel less than others, where you feel dumb? It reminds me now, what's coming to me now is the whole idea of you have to be a fool before you can be a master. Or another way is you have to be a fool before you can be their savior. It's getting biblical. Where, and there's also like in success circles where like, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Where you want to realize that you want to put yourself in a state of mind where you realize you need to still put in effort to grow. Because if you have an identity that you don't need to put in effort, then how far is that going to get you? Because yes, you can be smart and maybe you can be more creative and you can have a certain brain chemistry that allows you to be, to process information faster or to remember things more. But that really, in practice, just gives you a little bit of a head start. It's like giving someone a 100-meter head start in a marathon. In the end, it's who is able to put in the effort consistently, day in and day out, and be willing to suffer on the plateau of mastery, to be able to feel like a fool, and be able to feel dumb, to be able to feel inadequate. Or rather, taking another piece of wisdom into this conversation of just being humble enough to accept that maybe you're just like everybody else, or to imagine yourself starting from a blank slate. So imagine that. Imagine starting in a blank slate where, the amount of skills in anything is really all up to you to determine, really all up to you to train up. And you're starting from zero. You're not starting from an advantage of a gifted kid. It's just null. And what if you're at a disadvantage? It reminds me of the wisdom of the slowest student will go the farthest. The student that struggles the most. Because if they struggled so much at the beginning, where they have to struggle each time, then the whole path to them is struggle. And then that's what's normal. And that's what growth is. If we see, growing ourselves as something that should be easy, because I'm smart, because I'm gifted, this learning should be easy, this path should be easy, because I'm better than other people. Well, then what's going to happen is you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. Because now, in order to maintain that identity that you are smart, that you are better than others, you're going to actually avoid things that are going to make you feel dumb, that are going to make you feel worse than others, less than others. So this is one of the most insidious things about ego identification, is that this is where the rubber meets the road, where identity can shoot us in the foot. And so rather, catch yourself finding yourself, ways that you're, smart, identities that you're smart, and rather shift the identity towards the effort. There's been scientific studies saying that kids that are applauded for being smart do worse than the kids that are applauded for putting in an effort. Kids that put in an effort and that are applauded just for their hard work, they go farther. So really notice that. Watch your identities. And stop identifying as better than other people. Stop identifying as smarter than other people. Identify as you're one to overcome resistance. And you're one to head first into challenge, because you know that's what grows you. And with that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.